oldie but a goodie. Time to talk about the Washington Redskins. Oh, wait, they're not called the Redskins anymore? Oh, don't worry. How about the Washington football team? I got a hat like that somewhere. Oh, they're not called the football team. What are they called? The Commanders. When did they do that? Years ago. Here you go. Yeah, fresh out of the box. Hey everybody, I'm Cortez, and I'm a critic, and welcome back. We're in the NFC East. We are coming to the end of it. The draft is just around the corner, and we're talking about the Washington Commanders, who probably had by far the greatest rookie season for a rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels. And boy, does that scare me. So when Washington got Jaden Daniels, I was optimistic, but I did have like Teddy Bridgewater and Lamar Jackson vibes. One, that he was scrambled too much and get hurt, and therefore his career will be plagued with ankle injuries and hamstring pulls. And funny enough, as the season went on, Jaden showed more of his pocket passing success, to the point that when he scrambled, you're thinking, oh yeah, I forgot, he's actually athletic as hell. And was so not supportive of Washington that I had him at best 7-10, and then 5-12. Like, I was like, Dallas is better than you, Philadelphia is better than you, and the Giants may steal a win or even two from you because rookie quarterback, Giant defense. Dude, just don't get killed. We'll see you on for your sophomore year. Don't worry about it. And when the season kind of started, especially week one against Tampa, he showed very quickly his passing prowess, but a lot of his success early on in that game was his athleticism. And what I love was that they didn't use it as basically, okay, the new game plan, Jaden Daniels runs and maybe he'll throw. Like they said, no. Jaden Daniels is going to be a proficient passer with the ability to scramble, but the same way he has the ability to scramble like Mahomes. He runs when it's there, but not run by design. Even though there were times they made him run by design, they were like, we are not pulling an RG3 now. No, we are not. And what's funny about it, that I couldn't help but feel RG3 for. He was a second overall pick. He was an athletic quarterback. He was a Heisman winner. He came from a school that had success in some circles when LSU won Baylor. And he came into it with a confidence, a great smile. Like, he had all the RG3 vibe, except, one was owned by Dan, the other one was owned by better people. And the Commanders went on to be a 12-5 team that his ability to get there so quickly was more of the biggest surprise. And that basically, he played against Tampa in the playoffs, and I was against it. Then he played Detroit, and I was like, Detroit's going to take care of him. Detroit didn't. And it got to the point that when Philadelphia and Washington played, I was rooting for Jaden because there was never been a rookie quarterback, and how cool it never would have been Mahomes, the present superstar GOAT, versus rookie sensation Jaden, which is something that Tom Brady and Mahomes never have done. Gone to the Super Bowl their rookie season, so therefore Jaden Daniels would have been like, what up? I'm here already on my first time, suckers. That would have been a greater story. But no, we got Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia crushing the Chiefs, which made me smile too, which we'll talk about them. We talk about them. So all this success in his first year, not gonna lie, I'm like, there's something called a sophomore slump. Yes, I'm a negative Nancy, already thinking about the negativity. And I'm like, teams will figure them out. All teams do. CJ Stroud's second year wasn't that great. So we'll see. But for right now, let's find their best game. Washington's best game took place, in my humblest opinion, Week 16 versus Philadelphia. This was the game where Jalen got hurt, and then the Commanders committed what was it? Like 5 turnovers. And they won on the last second. Now, a lot of this had a lot of playoff stipulation involving the Bucks, the Falcons, and others, with the notion of if Washington loses, it helps this way. If Washington wins, it benefits that way. So there's a lot of like, if this happened, that happened. If this happened, that happened. So, but the game really felt more like we just need to win this game, and we don't care how to win it. Jaden a lot this year had a lot of performances that were just, are you sure he's a rookie kind of moments. And there was a lot of times where it wasn't just Jaden, but it was the veteran players on the team, Wagner and company, and Terry McLaurin, that they were stepping up and making plays or going like an extra oomph of their athleticism to get things happen. That you're thinking, are we sure he's a rookie? Like, are we sure he's a rookie? Because I'm having doubts. So that is the situation with Jaden and the Washington, and that game in particular made me at least feel he has arrived. If not already, he has cemented his plays as one of the greatest rookies ever. And now it's like, let's see how far it grows. So your worst game. Took place week 12 versus Dallas. Now, I did talk about Dallas as this was their best game because, one, they weren't supposed to win. And especially after the Terry McLaurin touchdown, I was like, oh my God, Washington has found a way and the Cowboys blew it. Like, I was already seeing Stephen A. Smith going, how you doing? How you doing, Dallas Cowboy? How you doing? And then, like I said, the PAT failed. Now, I know the PAT is further back, but it's like, dude, it wasn't like it was a 2-point conversion. It was there. And then when they said, oh, okay, we have to do the onside kick. That has a less than 1% chance of making it. They do it, and then Thomas picks them, takes it 40 for a touchdown. It's like, and that's it. This was a game where it just felt like this was Dallas's day. The question was going to be how. The big touchdown give up, they missed it. The PAT fails. The turban kickoff return touchdown, they fail. Onside kick return touchdown. It was just like, it's not our day. It is just not our day. The cards, the tarot card, the psychic read says, nope, this is going to be Cowboys win. Just know no matter what you do, it won't be enough. So, yeah, because Dallas was 3-7 at the time. So they were there just to say, we're here just to spoil you whatever thing you had. Even though it didn't really derail the Commanders that much. I mean, I'm not going to say they're going to, like, if they would have won, the Commanders would have won the division. But it really just made it feel like, yeah, we're just here to trip you up and you fall. You're still going to make the playoff, but not through us. Your MVP goes to Jaden Daniels. I mean, I've been singing this guy's praises so much that he's going to put a restraining order against me for stalking. 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 3,600 yards roughly. And also he was the leading rusher for nearly 900 yards. The rushing thing doesn't bug me that much. Honestly, it doesn't. I feel like in time they'll probably rectify that and not make him as athletic with his ability to run. But just the fact that he's able to carry the team as a rookie, even though, yes, he's the quarterback, so that's automatically mean like quarterback, boom, pressure on the shoulders, automatically you no matter what you are. But just that he took it in stride and that he showed us something, which I feel like that's what sports should do over the years, is that eventually there's going to be players that are going to hopefully surpass the past. And some things are going to change. And some people are going to be striving to change the past, whether it's records, stats, gameplay, whatever. They're going to change. And we need to, in a way, as fans, be more embracive of it and not be like, well, back then we're doing 14-game season, so therefore they would admit. We got to be a little bit more open and just be like, things are going to change, things are going to be longer. We just have to accept it. And honestly, when it happens, we should be like, oh, he did it. And that's how we should accept it. And what Jaden Daniel did, I mean, we have no idea. What if Shador Sanders goes all the way to the Super Bowl his first year? A lot of pressure on Shador, I know. But what happens? What happens if Cam Ward leads Tennessee to an 0-16 season, 0-17 season? Then what? We don't know. And when it does happen, especially something that's very positive for the sport, we should be all smiles and saying yes. Grade for Washington, success. You went all the way to the NFC Championship game when no one thought you were going to have a winning season or even make the playoffs. You did all that and a bag of chips. Yes, you got blown out in the NFC Championship game, but we're not going to hinder that against you. But this season is a success. Honestly, you guys winning a playoff game was probably already a successful season by many. And then getting basically a game away from the Super Bowl in your rookie season, that is like obviously a success. That winning the Super Bowl, we gotta find another word to surpass success. If you guys went and won the Super Bowl, especially against Mahomes, legacy broken dividation would have happened. I think I'm using that word wrong. So, what about your draft picks to make up for this season? Well, Sonny Jim, I'm on the grounds of let's get you protection. So Josh Cornely Josh Cornely, the junior offense. Dang it. Josh Cornely Jr., offensive tackle, Oregon. Or we give you another wide receiver to go with Terry McLaurin, Matthew Golden. The reason why I keep picking Matthew Golden for a lot of these picks is because a lot of times I feel like the other receivers we picked up, like M'Baku and all them, Luther, we picked up before Golden. I feel like Golden will be just in the 20s or late 20s. And that's why I feel like he'll be picked. That's why Golden's in a lot of these teams that made the playoffs that need receivers, is that he will be there. And then, in case you need to, a pass rusher, Jack Sawyer, edge, Ohio State. I feel like a lot of the pass rusher might be picked up, but Jack Sawyer athleticism might be giving him a bit of an edge of a wild card. And I mean, the interception he does on the goal line just makes you feel like he is a little bit more athletic. And with Dante Fowler gone, I kind of feel like Jack Sawyer could be a little bit of a younger and a more thicker edge rusher. So to me, I'm going to go with Jack Sawyer as potentially another pick they'll pick up, because the Commanders are picking like, what, 29th? They're picking that late in the first round. So the question becomes, we may not be back here again for another 30-plus picks. So wherever we get, it needs to be like an impact maker. So that's why I'm going with him. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with everyone else. We're down to two teams. The Kansas City Chiefs of the AFC West and the Philadelphia Eagles of the NFC East. We have two teams left to talk about, and the winner gets the last bow, which means we are returning to the AFC West to conclude it by talking about the Kansas City Chiefs and the failures of not winning a three-peat, and that the legacy of Mahomes will take a slight detour, but we'll see how far. So until next time, I'm Cortez, and I'm a critic. Thank you so very much for watching.